most interviews, no matter what the industry is, are designed to assess a few key areas. First, professionalism. Second, interest in the job being offered. Third, whether or not the candidate is a good fit for the job with applicable skills. And finally, his or her overall personality. So here are the examples of a good and a bad interview.
I'm late, I guess.
You're Abdullah, sir.
Yes, I am.
Okay, you're good. You need some water or something?
Yes, I do.
Aha.
Thank you.
Okay, let us introduce ourselves. I'm Abdullah Iqbal. I'm the HR business partner of ABC Corporation. And she is Ms. Sharmin Islam. She is the manager brand and marketing. Now, I got your CV. Do you have a CV?
No, I actually don't have a CV. Would you be having a coffee?
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Okay, thank you.
It's said that many hiring decisions are made within a couple of minutes of the beginning of the interview. It is, therefore, imperative to create a solid and good first impression in the interview, something that candidate Abdullah failed to create. Here are what went wrong with him. First, timing. He was late. This is something which is a red flag for almost all the interviews. The guideline is that arrive in the vicinity or in and around the venue at least 30 minutes before the time and appear at the venue at least 10 to 15 minutes prior to the interview time. Do not reach too early, like 1 hour before the interview, because that might put the employer in an uneasy situation and making you wait for quite a long time. So, reach the venue fairly well ahead of time, not right on time, and no question whatsoever after time. The second point that went wrong about Abdullah's interview was professional attire. Abdullah was not dressed up professionally, especially for this particular role of sales and marketing. A formal dress-up was mandatory. The third point that went wrong about Abdullah's interview was shaking hands. Abdullah extended his hands first for handshake with the interviewers. He kind of insisted the female interviewer and made her shake hand with him, which the female interviewer was not comfortable with. Now, shaking hand is the prerogative of the interviewer, because some might prefer shaking hands and some might not prefer at all. The candidate should not proactively extend his or her hand for shaking. Rather, should be reactive in this case and respond only if the interviewer extends his or her hand for a handshake. Note that the handshake should be firm to display confidence and trust. It should neither be too soft nor bone-crushing too hard.
Okay, so Abdullah, the role we are hiring for is sales and marketing associate. Did you have a chance to go over the job description?
Yeah, of course.
Good. Now, here's what is going to happen in this interview. We'll ask you 3 questions. Please feel free to ask us if you need any clarification for any questions, okay? At the end of the questions, you'll have the opportunity to ask questions should you have any. Sounds good?
Yeah.
Great.
Okay, so Abdullah, can you tell us something about yourself?
Yeah, of course. As you know, my name is already Abdullah Saduzaman. I was born in KSA, It's Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. I was born in 1997, 17th of May. I'm 21 years old. Will be 22 this May. I did my high school as well as my college in Bangladesh International School, English section Jeddah. I did my university from IUB. I freshly graduated. One of the things I love to do is football. I'm really passionate about football. And if you could see my jersey, I'm a Manchester United fan. And my father, he is a underwriting officer. He's retired. And my mother is a housewife. I have two siblings. One of them is 16 years older than me, and the other is nearly 14 years. And I'm the youngest of all. So that's all.
Abdullah was not able to take advantage of this common question, that is, tell me about yourself. He mentioned mostly his personal information and nothing regarding his skills, education, and expertise that relate to the job he is being interviewed for. Employers are not really interested to know much about his personal details. Rather, they are looking for information on both hard and soft skill sets that are relevant and related to the job being offered.
So here's the second question for you. Now, do you think that this is the right company for you, or I should say, you are the right candidate for this role? If yes, why do you think that you're the best candidate for this role?
Honestly, of course, I think I am a very good fit in this role, especially as it is a marketing job. And since during my internship, the supervisor, he really used to call me the manipulator. I could really manipulate my clients, and he used to believe that I have this spatial talent I can really put into use. So yes, I think I could be a real asset for this company. Do you know Philip Kotler?
Yes, I do. He's a marketing guru.
Then count me in as the next Philip Kotler. I might be the missing puzzle that you have been looking for a long time.
Okay.
The question requires the candidate showcase his or her skills, experience, and qualification in relation to the job description and job specification. Abdullah didn't provide specific examples and information that support or substantiate his claim to be a good match for the role. He gave very generalized answer with nothing specific and credible to sell himself or prove his claim. He was not able to protect what will he bring on the table should he get hired.
So the last question that I'd like to ask you is that there are similar companies like ABC out there, but why did you choose ABC? Why would you like to work for ABC Corporation in particular?
One of the main thing about ABC Corporation is its reputation. It's an amazing company, top of the company in the country too, if I'm not wrong. So I always had this dream of working in this company. This is just one of the reasons. One of the thing is that my neighbor, his brother works here. And that's an amazing thing because my commute time and the expenses that comes in commuting would be halved. And that's much easier, even someone you can go with. And one of the best thing about this company, I believe, is the remuneration they give. That's amazing. And they give a big package when it comes to salaries, if I'm not wrong. And what about the training? I've heard that they also give abroad trainings, and I want to be a part of it. And the flexible timing the office offers is something I'm really looking forward to. And I think that's some of the reasons I believe of joining ABC Corporation.
Abdullah was not able to provide any plausible reason that justifies his interest to work for ABC Corporation. His answer was focused entirely on rewards and benefits to the company will offer to him and other logistical advantages he would have. This is not what the employer was looking for in his answer. Abdullah failed to demonstrate how this company is different than other organizations in adding value to his career, interest, and growth. It clearly looked like that he did not research the company prior to the interview. This is extremely important to research the company and get equipped with as much information as possible. Showcasing the knowledge of the company in an interview proves that the candidate has genuine interest for the job and that he or she is well informed of what the company is all about. The information about the company can be obtained from company website, newspapers, e-bulletins, AGM booklets, financial statements, stock market bulletins, etc.
So those were the three questions that we had for you. Now, do you have anything for us, for any questions that you'd like to ask us?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Go ahead.
What would be my initial salary?
Well, initial salary. So, Abdullah, this is the first interview, okay? We'll have the first step of the whole selection process. So, we'll have a couple more interviews. Usually, we don't discuss the salary at the very first interview. So, for the salary thing, will come up towards the final stage of the interview. All right? So, we'll not discuss it right now. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
You're good?
Yeah, we're good.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
That was not a good question at the first interview. It is important to ask question to the interviewer. I have no question is not something that the interviewer is expecting. Therefore, one must prepare question well ahead of time to ask the interviewer. Asking question is an indication that the candidate has done prior homework and is serious about the job. The questions should be related to the job and the company, such as its challenges, expectations, growth and training opportunities, and company's culture, etc.
May I come in?
Yes, please.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalam. Nazia Nusrat,
Yes, sir.
welcome.
Thank you.
Please have a seat.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, let us introduce ourselves. I'm Abdullah Iqbal. I'm the HR business partner of ABC Corporation, and she is Ms. Sharmin Islam. She is the manager brand and marketing of the same organization. Now, I do have your CV.
I don't think I have. No, I don't have a
I have
CV.
few of my CVs with me.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Here, Nazia was able to create a solid and good first impression. She was in time and appropriately attired. She took a deliberate preparation for the interview. She got extra copies of her CVs in befitting folders, had a notebook and pen. She was professional in exchanging initial pleasantries.
Okay, Nazia, so the role we're hiring for is sales and marketing associate. Did you have a chance to go over the job description?
Yes, I did.
Perfect. Okay, so here's what's going to happen. Okay, you'll have three questions.
Okay.
Please feel free to clarify any questions that you are not sure of or you don't understand. Okay. At the end of the question, you'll have the chance and opportunity to ask us questions should you have any. Okay.
Okay then. So Nazia, I'm going to ask you the first question. That is, can you tell us something about yourself?
Of course. I graduated about 3 months ago from Independent University, Bangladesh, with my major as marketing and minor media and communication. Besides, I was also placed on Vice Chancellor and Dean's Merit Award for 5 successive times. Recently, I completed my internship from Media and Advertising Company. Besides, while studying in IUB, I was involved and associated with some clubs as well and other extracurricular activities. Like I was the vice president communication of marketing club at my university where I organized 5 marketing carnivals. I even led the entire outreach team starting from the beginning to end, and also I arranged sponsorship of 15 reputed companies. And as well, I persuaded 40 different companies to attend the carnival. One of the major strategies that I developed to attract the companies and the sponsorship in the carnival was by arranging a several digital marketing campaign utilizing my unique and targeted skills. Besides, I was also the general secretary of IUB Debating Club, where I attended in a program named Eminence as a debater. I was also even awarded with certificate and crest in a program named Ascension, which is sponsored by IUB, and it's one of the biggest debating tournament all over Asia. I was also the vice president public relations of IB Toastmasters Club, where I attended two of their programs, like the charter ceremony and also the table topic contest as a speaker. I even completed my certificate courses on graphics designing and digital e-commerce marketing. I'm a people's person and I can start up a conversation anytime. Here are some of the works I did.
Let me just go through them. Keep it for some time?
Yes, sure.
All right, I'll give it to you sometime next week.
Nazia was quite impressive in her answer to very common "tell me about yourself" or in short teammate question. She very effectively utilized the opportunity and fully leveraged the scope to showcase her knowledge, skills, abilities, and other attributes in sales and marketing. This is something the interviewers were eagerly looking for in a candidate for this position. Nazia was also able to project that she is focused and result-oriented when it comes to persuading and acquiring clients. The whole gamut marketing and sales hinges up. She might have other achievements and involvement in the past in some other activities as well, but she deliberately did not include those in her answer because those might be irrelevant and not directly related to the position. Finally, Nazia hit the nail on the head by simply projecting her previous work sample or her campaign portfolio. Not only did it display her abilities in formulating and executing effective marketing strategies, not only did it prove her sincerity and seriousness, but most importantly, it greatly helped her selling herself as a top-notch deserving candidate.
Well, great, Nazia. Here's the second question. Sure. Okay. Do you think you are the best fit for this role? If yes, why do you think that you're the best match, the best candidate for this position?
Well, firstly, yes, I do think I am the perfect candidate for this role since I have been doing almost the same kind of activities during my university life and other campaigns as well. Since I said, yeah, I recently completed my internship from a company. So over there, I was given a team of three-person interns to formulate a marketing strategy and campaign plan. And the portfolio I just handed over has all my action plans. Secondly, I love challenges and I enjoy exploring new and uncharted territories when it comes to sales and marketing. Like I said, I'm a friendly person, so yes, I do interact with people and understand their needs, future needs as well, and accordingly, I plan my marketing strategy. The job description puts enormous emphasis on social media campaigning and e-commerce platform. Finally, my education in media marketing and media communication, coupled with my experience and expertise and know-hows on digital marketing, and above all, my creativity, my passion for sales and marketing makes me the outstanding candidate for this role.
Nazia was very objective and direct in answering one of the typical and common questions, which is, why do you think you are the best candidate for this role? The same question may take many other forms, such as, why should we hire you? Or, what makes you different and most eligible than any other candidate for this role? Or, if hired, what value would you add to our company? Or, what would you bring on the table if hired? And so on and so forth. Now, in answering this question, always relate your experience, education, and expertise with the job description and the job specifications or job requirements. Nazia could very objectively address the job description, which is what all tasks and responsibilities this role will entail and how her experience, exposure, skills, education, and attributes relate to this role. She could also highlight and showcase her strength, know-hows, and expertise in digital marketing, e-business, and creativity with examples which directly addressed the tasks mentioned on the job description. In addition, she also gave an impression to the employer that She is energetic, has a can-do attitude, can get along quite well with a team, and even have some exposure in leading a team. Most importantly, she was able to project that she has great passion for innovation and marketing, which the employer is vehemently looking for in a perfect candidate.
I'll ask you the last question, but I'd like to know that there are similar companies to ABC Corporation out there. So why do you want to work with our particular company? And why ABC Corporation?
Firstly, I did went for a little bit of research when choosing or deciding whether I'll work for ABC company or not. And what I found was that ABC company at the very beginning had some strong and plausible reasons to work. Like it has a massive growth of 170% in the last year and 80% of the total growth, which entails the new markets and new products. This pace and rate of growth gravitated me immensely towards this company to work. Besides, as I said, I like challenges and innovation. This company gives the scope and chance to all their employees to come up with creativity and innovations. This is something I have always been looking for and have desired to work. Secondly, I read many testimonies of your company's employees that the culture of this company is to motivate and encourage their employees to come out with new, innovative, and sometimes out of the box ideas. Well, for them, while coming to a decision, each of their employees' answers does matter. This is something that other companies in contrast doesn't do at the very beginning. So this is something that really attracted me about the company. Finally, I was amazed to see the range of corporate social responsibilities, CSR activities, which ABC undertook. They built 152 wells and helped build 300 shelters for the Rohingya refugees. Besides, they have also extended their warm hand to the cold-stricken and impoverished people in the northern region of our country. This is something that is I really admire the most, and this kind of work I have been doing since my school days. So this is something that is really close to my heart. Also, if I get into this company, I will not only be able to exercise my soft and hard skill, rather I'll be able to render my hand and help people, those who are in need. So these are my strong and credible reasons to work for this company. Thank you.
This is yet another common and typical question. Why do you like to work for this company? The main purpose of this question is to find out how much interest the candidate has on the company itself. The best way to answer this question is to share the information about the company the candidate has acquired through his or her research, mainly by looking up the company on the website and any other credible source, such as company's news on the newspaper, information regarding its AGM and financial statement, news on corporate social responsibilities, CSR, etc. As usual, Nazia was very specific in crafting her answers. She used specific data and numbers which clearly indicated that she had done a great deal of research on the company and is well informed about the company's activities, performance, and growth. Besides, she proved that she took her time to read and review the testimonies of existing and former employees of the company to get a grasp on the company's culture and practices. She also mentioned the corporate social responsibility or CSR activities of the company and how this aspect relates to her passion. Overall, Nazia was able to project very clearly and vividly that she possesses a good knowledge of the company and she is quite in the know of what the company does. The interviewers were impressed by her knowledge of the company, and it is a no-brainer that people will always like to hear good things about themselves or about their company. Therefore, always research the company thoroughly prior to presenting yourself before an interview panel.
So those were the three questions we had for you. Now it's your turn. Do you have any questions for us at this?
Yes, I have a couple of questions for you. Like, what could be the challenges for, say, for the first 6 months for someone who will be in this role?
Okay.
Well, that's a good question, I must say. Okay. First 6 months, the challenge will be to identify, assess, and evaluate the requirements of a new market segment. Okay, and determine what the clientele of this particular segment might require in product-wise. So the new hire will be tasked with the responsibility to customize any product that meets the requirement of the clientele, and eventually has to propose a draft design and a comprehensive plan on the e-commerce and digital marketing platform that could be implemented. All right? Okay. Any more question?
I have one last question. What are the next steps for the selection process?
I think she will answer.
Yes. Well, we do have a few more candidates who will be coming in over the week, and by maybe sometime midweek, next midweek, we'll be able to give you an answer and about the selected candidates. And the selected candidates will be required to come in and face a final interview with the head of our brand and marketing, and some senior management.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nazia. Thank you for your time and interest for our company, and
Thanks
good luck.
to you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Nadia.
Nazia's questions were well prepared and professional. In all, Nazia was quite impressive in portraying and proving that she is a very strong contender for the job.